friends, welcome to today's football prediction in Betkraft. All right, today is another beautiful Monday morning, and as usual, there are a lot of games going on across the globe, and we brought forward a few of them. Having looked into it and also make our in-depth analysis on these few games. All right. In a short while, we'll be looking at these games one after the other, but I want to ask those of us who are yet to subscribe to our channel to kindly take this time to hit the subscription button down there so you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this channel. As well, help us to share, like our video and also share. It's quite important. All right. That being said, without further ado, let's get to the business of the day. And today we are starting with the very first game, which is in European Championship under 19 championship, where Italian under 19 will be up against the Norway under 19. All right. As usual, as we do, we take a look at how these teams have fared in the recent encounters, and also use it as a yardstick to measure our predictions for for today's very encounter. So when you look at Italy under 19, you see that in the past 6 they've been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 games that they have so far, and they've also had 1 loss as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games. And the away side, Norway under 19, have been able to manage 2 wins in the past 6. They've also had 1 draw as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games that they had. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that playing from home, the Italian under 19 have been able to achieve 6 victories in the past 10 home games that they had. They've also had they've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw. And while Norway under 19 have been able to achieve 4 victories from away, and they've also had 4 losses as well as 2 draws in the past 10 away games that they had so far. And the last time both teams met, which was in 2018, saw them playing out a 1-1 draw. But as of today, we know that the Italian under 19 are a team that is in fine form at the moment, seeing that the last game they played, which was in March against Georgia under 19, saw them defeating Georgia under 19 by 5-0. Prior to that, in February this year also, we saw them defeating Austria under 19 by 3-0. So the only loss have only come from the match against Spain, where they lost out on that occasion. So, but in this very game, we expect the Italian side, who are having a good momentum at the moment, to rise to the occasion and win out shortly in this very encounter. It is the home side to win. That's all for that very encounter, and that will take us to the next game, and it is club football matches, where we have actually in Iceland first division, where we have Fjölnir who will be up against AI Cranes. Okay, when you look at the recent encounters for both sides, talking about Fjölnir, the home side, they've been able to achieve 1 victory in the past 6 games. They've also had 1 draw as well as 4 losses in the past 6 games that they had so far. And which side have managed to achieve 4 wins out of 6. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past 6 games that they had. And then when you look at the head-to-head perspective, you see that the home side have been able to manage 5 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 home games that they had. And the away side, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 3 victories from away. They've also had 2 draws as well as 5 losses playing from away. And what I've mentioned is the fact that these fixtures have always produced a lot of goals, seeing that for the home side, 7 times out of 10 they have seen a scoreline that is actually over 2.5. They have seen a scoreline that is sometimes over 3.5. So it is a high scoring side, and the away side also have seen a very, very similar situation. Also, some of the games, majority of the games, about 6 out of 10 actually have produced an over 2.5 scoreline. So we do expect to see over 2.5 in this very encounter. And also what you've mentioned is the fact that the last time both teams met, which was in April this year, 21st of April, saw AI playing from home, defeating this side by 5-1. So we do expect to see a high scoring encounter here, and we expect to see either side to win and over 2.5. That's what for this very game. Either side to win and over 2.5. All right, that to take us to the next for the day, and it's actually in Norway 3rd division, where we have KFUM 2 who will be up against Bærum. All right, when you look at how they fared in recent games, you could see that the home side have managed to achieve 1 win in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 1 draw as well as 4 losses. And the away side, Bærum, have managed to win 5 out of the past 6 games that they had. They've also had 1 draw. They've not lost any in the past 6 encounters. When you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can as well see that the home side have been able to achieve 5 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 home games. And the away side, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 5 wins as well in the past 10 away games, also achieving 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10 away games. That also goes to show that they're doing fairly well, and it's very difficult to separate both sides. But again, taking a look at the goal scoring, you could as well see that the home side and away side have also been experiencing lots of goals in their recent encounter. Seeing that the last time the home side had a home match, they played out a 2-3 scoreline, and the away side, Bærum, defeated the Sky from away by 5 goals to 1. It goes to show that at the moment that these two teams are scoring a lot of goals and conceding as well. So in this very encounter, also taking a look at the head-to-head, the last time both teams met, which was in April of this year, saw Bærum defeating this side by 4 goals to 1. All right, it goes to show that this very fixture produces a lot of goals. So we do expect to see a lot of goals as well in this one, and we expect to see either side winning and over 2.5 once again, right? Any side to win under 2.5, that's our verdict, and over 2.5, that's our verdict. And that takes us to the next for the day, and it is in Egyptian Premier League, where we have Zamalek, who is a very good side. Actually, for me, the second strongest side in Africa at the moment, coming up against Baladiyat in Egyptian Premier League. And the Zamalek have been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past 6 games that they had in recent times. And when you look at Baladiyat record, they've been able to achieve 2 draws, and they've also had 4 losses in the past 6 games that they had. And taking it down to how both sides have fared from home and away perspective, you could see that Zamalek, the home side, have been able to achieve 7 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 1 loss, which came suddenly against Al Masry, and they also had 2 draws. But they've been able to win a lot of games. Of percent, seeing that they've won 70% of their past 10 home games. It goes to show that it is a very strong side and they're doing very well. And the away side, on the other hand, Baladiyat have managed to achieve just 1 victory in the past 10 away games, but they've had a whopping 9 losses. All right, in the past 10 away games, they have really seen defeat on 9 occasions out of 10 in the past 10 away games. So it goes to show that it is not a side that is doing very well, when they are playing from away. Zamalek is obviously the better side in this very fixture. Also, the last 2 times both teams met, saw Zamalek being very dominant, achieving victory on those on both occasions. So we do expect Zamalek, once more to rise to the occasion and win out shortly in this very encounter. It is the home side to win out shortly. That's our value for that very encounter, and that will take us to the next game, which happen to be the last for the day. That is in Swedish First Division, where we have Hammarby, who will be up against Götalands. All right, Hammarby have been able to achieve 3 victories in the past 6 games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 6 encounters. And the away side, Götalands, have managed to achieve 3 wins. Also, they've had 3 losses as well in the past 6 encounters. But when you take a look at how both teams are fared from home and away perspective, you could see that Hammarby is a team that have achieved 7 victories out of the past 10 home games that they had. They've also had 2 losses and just 1 draw in the past 10 home games. It goes to show that they are a team in fine form. We saw them defeating strong sides, like Jugadin, beating Jugadin by 3 goals to 0 from away the other time, and I was very surprised. And you look at their result for the away side in Göteborg. They've been able to achieve just 3 wins in the past 10 away games, but they've also achieved they've also had 7 losses in the past 10 away games. We saw them losing out to Värnamo in the last away match they played out by 2 goals to 0. And when you take a look at how both sides fared from a head-to-head perspective, You could see that the last time both teams met, it was Göteborg who had the upper side, defeating this side by 3-1 on that occasion. And prior to that, we had other two meetings which have ended in a 1-1 draw on those two occasions. But looking at the recent form for Hammarby, we know that they are a very strong side, seeing that they've been doing very well in their recent matches. We do expect Hammarby to rise to the occasion and also achieve a win in this very encounter. It is the home side that we expected to rise to the occasion once more and win out throughout in this game. Home win. That's all about it for that very game. And that brings our football predictions for you today on Betkraft to a conclusion. I wish you the very best of luck and I hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly. It is only a football game. It can go either way. Anything can happen. All right. That being said, tomorrow is another day and definitely we're going to come up with a verdict here again. So keep a date with us. But until then, keep winning.